Greetings from the Garden State of New Jersey. Before I begin, I must thank the Lions virtual class for choosing this topic. Lions President Dr. Choi challenged us to be united in kindness and diversity. This topic exemplifies that spirit. I am Lion Mahesh Chitnis, and I'm going to tell you my story about Special Olympics Lions Clubs or Champions Lions Clubs. I'm no stranger to working with individuals with intellectual disabilities. My home club hosts a social for adults with intellectual disabilities 4 times a year. We do it for Halloween, we do it for Christmas, Valentine's Day, and once in spring. I have also chartered a club which works with the children with autism. But unfortunately, I didn't know much about Special Olympics. I heard about it in news, but didn't know much. This was all about to change. We went to the Lions International Convention in Hamburg in 2013. In one of the plenary sessions, the session was getting delayed, and I had to rush out to catch up a shuttle to go to the convention center from the auditorium to present a seminar, and I was getting late. But my son, Leo Ojas, pulled me down and didn't let me go because the legend of basketball, Yao Ming, was supposed to be on stage. And he was a buff. He is a buff of basketball, and he did not want to go without seeing Yao Ming. That changed a lot of things for me. Let me show you what we heard.
Earlier this week, our foundation committed $7.8 million to expand our partnership.
Lions already joined Open Eye project, helping Special Olympic athletes receive proper vision care and glasses.
Through our partnership, more than 325,000 athletes have had their vision screened.
I think it is almost impossible for words to capture what the gift of vision is for them. For so much of their lives, they are told not just that it might not be important for them to see, but it just isn't important for them to be.
Everybody counts and everybody matters. And so we come here today in this new celebration to continue the valuable work in health, to continue with financial resources, to make vision possible, but also to join in inclusive sports together. Lions and Leos playing with Special Olympics athletes in schools and communities, not just to play together, but to support families at the local level.
We're excited to do even more health program, sports program, family activity, and together we can even make it better.
We share with the Lions clubs a deep-set commitment to creating a world where everybody's included and there are no people on the sidelines. And until we have that world, we're going to work together to build it.
I was very much inspired and decided to grab that opportunity right away. When I reached back to the hotel room that evening, I wrote a couple of emails asking for more information. Then I came back to New Jersey. Unfortunately, there were a lot of things that were on my plate that time. We were redistricting, and there were a lot of issues to be resolved and work that needed to be done. So everything else went on a back burner. One evening, I was sitting down and listening to the news, and I saw Lion President Wayne Madden inaugurating the national games or Special Olympics right in my neighborhood in New Jersey. It triggered my interest one more time, and I wrote a few emails. This is where a great lion enters into this story. Very promptly, next day, I got an email from Lion David Evangelista, who also works for Special Olympics. He offered me to set up my meeting with the officers of Special Olympics New Jersey. Before I go any further, here is a message for you from Lion David.
Good afternoon to Lions Club's friends throughout the world. My name's David Evangelista from the Movement of Special Olympics, a proud Lion of over 21 years and a member of the Centennial 100 Champions Lions Clubs. I'd like to take this opportunity quickly to share with you the power that comes in creating a Champions Lions Club, indeed a specialty club dedicated to supporting your local Special Olympics program. Many years ago, Special Olympics and Lions Clubs International formed a global partnership dedicated to improving and empowering the lives of individuals with intellectual disabilities. And since then, we have learned from the athletes of Special Olympics that through service, we all can gain a new sense of dignity, a new sense of purpose, and a collective sense of solidarity. The Champions Lions Club model is one that engages individuals with intellectual disabilities as fully fledged members of the club. Not only are people with intellectual disabilities beneficiaries of the service of Lions Clubs International, but in many ways they are the agents of service, serving in clubs all throughout the world, from Australia to Italy to the United Kingdom to the United States and well beyond. We in Special Olympics are proud to partner with Lions Clubs International and the Lions Clubs International Foundation around Project Mission Inclusion. I encourage all of you to listen to Lion Mahesh's presentation on Champions Lions Clubs, to think of a new way to engage those most on the margins, give them a chance to take their rightful place in the center of the dialogue and in the center of valuable service for those most in need. On behalf of all of us at Special Olympics, and in the hopes to work with you closely in creating new Champion Lions Clubs all across the world, I thank you.
After Lion David's email, everything went into high gear. He set up my meeting with the executive director of Special Olympics New Jersey, and I started doing my research. I wanted to find out how Lions around the world work with Special Olympics. I also came to know about the Special Olympics Lions Club. Due to some trademark issues, we started calling them as Champion Lions Clubs. I studied about them. Many times, the parents of athletes and staff come together to support the Special Olympics through Lions Club. And we had such almost a dozen such clubs around the world. But during the speech of Lion Tim Shriver in Hamburg, there was one thing that struck me quite a bit. He was talking about his aunt Rosemary. Rosemary had intellectual disabilities. But the Kennedy brothers and sisters did not treat Rosemary any differently. When they played tag football, they went to hiking, they went swimming, they went biking, Rosemary was on their team. And that made a lot of difference in the philosophy of all the Kennedy brothers and sisters. I was very much impressed by that thought, and I understood what he meant to have somebody on your team. So when I went to Special Olympics, I went with this thought that we don't need to have just another Champions Lions Club, but let's have a Champions Lions Club for Special Olympic athletes. With that thought in mind, I reached there. I was very impressed by their facility and the work that they do with people with intellectual disabilities. I started talking to the executive director about starting a Champions Lions Club for the athletes. She was very much impressed by that thought, but she told me that she cannot take that decision. I need to talk to the Athlete Congress, a body of Special Olympic athletes. She set up my time with them in one particular meeting. I was invited for the meeting. They had allocated me 10 minutes time. Anybody who works with Special Olympics knows that their meetings are up to the dot. If they gave me 10 minutes, I have to finish off in 10 minutes. So I use those 10 minutes to talk to them about Lions, what Lions do for Special Olympics, talk about the Champions Lions Clubs, and how we can all come together and work on a common cause. I was asked to leave after 10 minutes. I was outside. I was taking a cup of coffee with the director of competitions. Before I finished that cup of coffee, I got a message that I was invited back in the meeting room. I did not know what to expect. When I reached in, without much of talk, the Athlete Congress President, Bob Fredericks, gave me a file and just said that let's do it. With that in my mind, we started the process, and the Garden State Champion Lions Club came into existence. The process was fairly simple because the philosophy that the Lions, the Special Olympics officers follow. Let's hear a few thoughts from Lion Tim Shriver, who is the president of Special Olympics, and his thoughts about our association.
When you go to Lions Clubs and talk to Lions Clubs members, when you go to Special Olympics programs and talk to coaches and families, it's a completely different America. It's a resilient America, it's a creative America, it's a unifying America. People talking about how to heal problems, how to rebuild the country, how to be creative about new innovations that could solve problems, the environment, hunger, illiteracy, challenges in the urban centers and stuff like that. How do we reduce violence? People are hard at work on these things, crossing political boundaries, boundaries of culture and race, boundaries of income. And I talk to the Lions Club's members in a city like Chicago, where they've been celebrating for 50 years the volunteer spirit. What do they want to do? They want to help people see. They want to end preventable blindness. They're doing it all over the world. Millions and millions of people learning, getting the first chance to get an eye exam, get glasses, get cataract surgery. Why? Because Lions are doing this every single day. I mean, I'm inspired every day by the athletes of Special Olympics, not just because they're, incredible athletes, but because they look at the most difficult obstacles and they overcome them. Because they look at a world that says they're not good enough, and they stand up and say, I am good enough. They look at a world that says you're too different to belong, and they say, I want to be a unifier. These are lessons of the heart that heal. The country needs those kinds of lessons. They'll come from the bottom. I'm sorry, not from the top.
And also, like the Parkland students, there are people who said enough. Enough with being discriminated against,
Right.
Enough with not belonging, enough with the fear, enough with the division. I want to be something. I want to be a part of something that says you are enough, we are enough, our country's enough, and let's go and make everybody feel that way.
With such a great ally at the top, and our president, Dr. Choi's message of being united in diversity and kindness, this is one of the greatest opportunities that we have. Diversity is not only about race and religion and skin color and gender and sexual orientation and age, but it is also about the abilities. We must have the Special Olympic athletes the individuals with intellectual disabilities on our team. We have over 24 Special Olympics champions Lions clubs around the world. We have a lot of opportunity to have many more. Lions and Leos have been working with Special Olympics for more than 2 decades now. We are part of Project Inclusion, where Lions and Leos play with the Special Olympic athletes on the same team. We have opening eyes, where the Lions screen the Special Olympic athletes and provide them with eyewear. We volunteer in their events. We raise funds for them. We have some unique fundraising activities like plane pull, polar plunge, that Lions have been involved in for decades now. Special Olympic athletes are great Lions. They take our association forward. I've been working with the Garden State Champions Lions Club for 5-6 years now, and their support was immeasurable. They hosted us for our council meeting. They hosted a youth leadership conference with us. They hosted a symposium on mental health, and so on. Lions and Special Olympics has a very, very close relationship at an international level. We have them in our conventions. We have in Lions Day with UN, and the list goes on. I urge all of you to consider starting a Special Olympics Lions Club. All that you need to do is to reach out to your local Special Olympics headquarters. We have several Lions who can support in reaching out to them and building up a new club. The Champion Lions Club takes part in all the same activities that we do. They feed the hungry, they save the environment, they do eye screenings, they do all this and more. So please include them into your district. Please include them into your clubs, and let's send a message to the world that we are really united in diversity and kindness. With that, I would like to end my presentation. There are a few documents that are prepared by our great staff in Oak Brook. I have collected them for your convenience. It is at bit.ly/champlions, or you can scan the QR code on your screen. You can reach out to me or Lion Evangelista anytime, and we are here to support you. Our emails are on the screen. Thank you for giving your patient ear. Thank you, Lions Virtual Classroom, for inviting me and letting me tell you my story. And again, I will urge you to consider starting a Special Olympic Lions Club. It is need of time, and we must do it. When I was talking about this presentation, our Garden State Champions Lions Club president wanted to talk to you also. So here is a message from him. I want to end my presentation with his message. Thank you so much. Make it a great evening.
Hi, my name is Steve RODENBECK, and I serve as president of the Garden State Champions and also a Special Olympics New Jersey athlete. And I can tell you firsthand, as serving as president, it has been a truly great honor working with many of the athletes and also our different communities that are in need of assistance. So if you ever want to make a difference, come check out the Garden State Champions. You'll have a roar of a time. Roar!